for the taking. Hold my breath, tremble and shaking. No fear left, 'cause I've been high 100 times, and all I found is crucified. 'Cause I've been high 100 times, and all I found is
some rather typical bands coming out from Xenon, banning the Thatcher. Kind of to be expected on a map like Cafe. Has too much power.
There's a lot of situations where the Thatcher can get things through the floor because the range of the EMP grenade.
Oh yeah, I mean you see that occasionally with teams on Clubhouse, for example. You have a Thatcher, he just walks around, he just pings stuff, he walks along the roof and he chucks it on the floor, and the AoE is enough to get it through the roof.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it saves the Thatcher potentially dying, but one of the many strong points of Thatcher, even in his severely nerfed state.
So another Malusi coming out though.
Oh yeah, I mean, what I'm more interested in is the Capital ban. That is something you don't see a whole lot. I mean, Capital is a very strong operator if you know how to use them. Like his smokes and firebolts or whatever, they are very powerful. His gun's decent, angle grip, has a lot of scopes. But obviously his main power comes from his gadget. Well, my ban, I mean, I can definitely get behind a my ban, especially as we've seen earlier on. Getting rid of the pixel shield on Cafe. So I think a my ban is actually quite sensible, really. Same with Malusi. But the Cav, I'm not sure. I think Cav might be 6th pick.
Cavalete question mark? Okay.
No, yeah, that's another point as well.
Yeah, gotta make sure you're not using banned uniforms or whatever.
No.
That's not good. Reading first though.
Well,
It's an even more different pick to the game we saw
yeah,
an hour
I mean,
ago.
a 6th pick coming out from Valk, coming out from Twibble, switching off the Valk to a Legion. Interesting. Again, also a 6th pick from a Jackal to an IQ. So, in a sense, RX baited out the IQ pick.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
But IQ is still going to be useful for just finding stuff like ADS and goo mines. So, not all is lost. Interesting to see their reading strat.
Well, I mean, open up all the bottomless dining.
It's interesting to see they've got some vertical holes from kitchen
10 seconds
onto
remaining.
reading, so potentially we might be seeing a multi-floor kind of strat,
Cupcakes
really.
and bakery
5
at
seconds left
RNG,
before
are they?
insertion.
Hmm.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and
Not
defuse
sure
it.
about that one.
Wait, the positions of the cupcakes are RNG?
I don't know. Maybe? Who knows?
I mean, I've never really...
I mean,
bothered
no
that
one
much.
ever looks, no one ever checks. So, it might be misinformation, but, you know.
Who told you that?
Interesting game, no? Storm just said that in game?
Oh.
Weird. Striker's
Yeah.
pushing in downstairs already.
He's quite an aggressive player on the frag roll. Trying to do a bit of roam clearing, but not much in the way of droning. He's more face checking everything. It's a dangerous game to play. If you misread the situation, you're dead. That's why a drone's so useful. Normally though, you'd see support players droning in the entry frags. So I would have expected Stripe to be being droned in. I did hear somebody toss out a drone, but I'm unsure if they're droning for Stripey or they're droning. Oh, he just saw the Legion with shots. Delayed reaction time. Some action going on the top floor. Castle taking a bit of damage there on the cocktail balcony. Stripey does find the Legion and takes him out, getting the first pick for his team. 1 minute 30 on the clock. Some decent pace being taken by Vespa. They still don't have top floor control, but they have a reasonable amount, really. Castle trying to get aggressive on the pixel angle. His teammate Jaeger going down by the piano. Castle assists out his teammate, taking out the Ash player, but also taking a lot of damage himself. Castles himself inside of the washroom, but forgets the wall is soft and then gets wallbanged by the buck. Not the play from Castle. He should have got the pick and tried to fall off. Maestro though, getting super aggressive. Does take out Striper though, so it pays off. He's able to
Attackers
keep his
have
life as he's
located a
not
bomb.
traded. IQ has dropped into washroom though. Does RX know? I don't think they do. What they do now.
Now, yeah.
15 seconds.
Maestro again.
A
Gets
bomb
another
has been
pick on the
located.
buck.
Attackers
From
have dropped
cocktail
the bomb
balcony.
diffuser.
And again,
10
a
seconds
third.
remaining.
And a fourth. Four kicking out from the Maestro. Excellent round from the Maestro. Well played.
Just holding angles and getting it. Oh, I need to add exclamation mark casters as a caster thing. Damn it. Oh well. So the casters are me, Stylex, and we've got Kieran as well.
Yellow.
That's Kieran. It's
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, statistically, the Aldo is one of, if not the best, defender weapon. 80 rounds, high damage, high rate of fire, good
Yeah.
sights, good optics. No angled grip, but you don't really need that if you're pre-firing. Which is what you tend to do with a gun like the Elder. And take gunfight after gunfight after gunfight. As shown there. Cleans up shop with a nice 4K. Sick pick though,
Defenders,
from a
protect
knock
your
to a
bombs from
Kali.
being defused by
That is
attackers.
interesting.
It could be a bit scary because you're unsure if the knock has been swapped off of.
No, yeah,
So
they
maybe
I
staying away
feel-
from cameras because you
Yeah.
they won't be as
yeah, I get that.
trustworthy.
I feel like Vesper is trying to bait out Xenon's Valkyrie.
Attackers
Because
have
they
located
saw
a
they
bomb.
bring Valkyrie in the first round and obviously sick pick off that onto the Legion. I think
Yeah.
they know that, but I think they think they might have sick pick back onto the
10
Valkyrie,
seconds
so
left.
they try to, you know, it's all about mind games and whatever. But obviously
5 seconds left.
they have not brought a Valkyrie. And neither did Vesper bring a knock.
Attackers
so
are heading out to
More or
defuse
less
the bomb.
standard attacker lineup really. IQ. You've got your Kali for Bandit and shit. And then yeah, very, very standard. RX bringing a mirror though. A mirror set up in the washroom.
Instead of the pixel shield, using a mirror in the washroom. That's
I mean that can work.
yeah.
I just feel it could
It's a little bit
oh.
of a change on the normal strategy.
Oh no, yeah, it's kind of going back to the old meta really, of like double mirror. When that was popular. Kali though does take out both of the bandits on Red Wall, like I was saying. Teams do like to bandit that wall just as a sort of a utility waste or utility sink. Swan. I don't know what Kali's things are called, but that's one of
Lance.
the Lance things, yeah. And now the Red Wall will be getting opened up, 1 minute 15 in the round. Venomite droning himself in, or gets instantly shot.
That was impacted from below by the Legion.
Smart plays by the Legion though, I wouldn't have used 2 impacts. Trying to hold a vertical angle. It's got a Jaeger to support him. Straby though is looking to kind of push onto the second floor. Maybe clear out the roamers. He is being droned in. He knows reading is clear. Just waiting for the drone to head into train and fireplace. Yep, they have spotted out the Legion. The new yellow ping. It does alert you now if you get yellow pinged. Its own unique sound. Not as aggressive as the red ping, but Stripey now has the info. Legion doesn't know, and he gets taken out for it.
Smart
Stripey does
plays from
work.
Vesper there.
Once again, Stripey gets the opening pick and the second opening pick, taking out. Kali though, also contributing. Takes away Swifty. That's the bandit gone. Premier play get
Before he
punished.
peeks.
Stripey is on a tear right now. Triple kill.
Attackers activating diffuser.
Ouch.
Don't look at the quarters. Joss ends the show by taking out smoke.
That was almost a flawless run from Vesper there.
Almost. Good plays. Nice answer back from Vesper. Asian was probably so preoccupied he never actually heard the drone or the specific noise associated with the yellow ping. Same lineup again.
It is a
Although
really
they
new
are-
thing, so people aren't really used to listening for it.
Yeah. Again, we have the whole bait and switch with the Valkyrie being sick picked onto the mute this time. However, Vesper isn't really phased by it. Instead, they sick pick off the Kali onto Iana. She's
Attackers
seen
need
a
to locate
big
and
rise in
defuse
popularity, especially in the pro scene ever since operators have become like that have become available.
bombs. Attackers have
Because
located a bomb.
Iana's drone is very useful. It both acts like a real player, can access certain things, and sounds real as well. Like a walking alibi clone. Oh god, that would be terrifying.
That would be terrifying.
If alibi clones functioned like the bots you find in T-Hunt.
10 seconds left.
You just put them down and they hold an angle,
5
albeit
seconds
with
to
reduced
insertion.
accuracy.
Excellent doesn't know the spot to do both things with one claw.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Yeah. He might though be trying to. Can you shoot the triple electrical though? From is it placed on soft wall?
Well, it's placed like at the top of this wall on like the metal bit, if you know what I mean. But like,
Yeah, it is a tight spot. It is a tight
it's-
spot to get.
Yeah. I
If you
believe
don't
there
notice
is like
though,
an
you
angle
probably
to the
won't get
side
it.
for it.
It's a nasty angle you can get from the drop down of the hatch, which I think Shaiko used the other day. It was either Shaiko or one of the popular pro players used the nutty angle to get a free kill onto a guy in VIP. Like I said from the last match, Thermite using the angle on the car to
Changing
check
mags.
if there's anybody behind Bakery. There is not, so nothing needs to be done. He falls off.
There is
They're
a
waiting.
cam watching.
Yeah, they're waiting to enter Bakery. Young is trying to take away that Maestro camera. Shots fired out.
Reloading.
Yana takes a bit of damage and then backs off. Stripey, however, again answers back, takes a bit of damage, on about 75%, 60% health, and gets the first opening pick onto the Jaeger this time, so that their roam presence is taken back.
Blew himself
Yana, Yana answers back, however, with a refrag and nades herself.
up.
So that's a big misplay coming out from her. Is the Evil Eye gone?
No, it's
See?
still there.
Well, this is
think
very
it-
bad news.
I believe it bounced off that lamp and came back.
That's just unfortunate.
Ouch.
You know both. And then to compound that is the buck is taken out from his own buck holes. Very unfortunate. Nice shot by the mute. Who then gets peppered by Josh on the LMG. Very good gun. Takes a tiny bit more damage, but nothing consequential. Not much vertical presence being opened up. We would like to see Striper using the sledgehammer a bit more, rather than just the gun. Vertical pressure is very potent on this site. However, we're coming into the last 25 seconds, and there has yet to be a side execute, or even any walls opened up from Vesper. This does not look good. Looks like they're planning to go for a
15 seconds
freezer
left.
take at the last second. This is going to be very tight.
10 seconds to go.
Stripey, however, does get another kill. And they all enter into the freezer, commonly known as the meat grinder. Stripey gets a third kill. Can he clutch it? No. Thermite, however, is stuck in the plant. He can't get off. There is no time.
Attackers are actively on the diffuser. Defenders have
And
eyes
he
on
is
the
taken out
diffuser.
by Swifty.
Attackers
A
need
nice
to protect
headshot. Just proves
Bomb diffuser
however good your
disabled by
fracking power
defenders.
is. If you don't execute onto the site, you don't take enough map control.
Yeah,
lose
I
on
reckon
time.
Stripey should have played that a bit safer. He should
Did
have
work.
pushed into the other side.
Yeah, he did work. Got a lot of kills, 3 kills that round. But again, it wasn't enough, as they ended up losing the round. They didn't have enough site pressure. Instead of now going back to fireplace.
They do have the ability to go back. They just win it, even though it was a clutch.
They won the first round of fireplace, didn't they?
Yeah, it was a clutch from the Maestro.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Nice plays. We'll have to see if Vesper is ready for the potential Maestro clutch. However, they are choosing not to bring a Maestro this time,
Attackers need to locate
which
and
really
defuse
was the
bombs.
saving grace last time they were on fireplace due to the nature of Maestro's gun being 80 rounds, high damage. This time they are choosing to bring a Mozzie. Very strong operator. Very good gadget. If you can't catch drones, it's even better.
It's a little bit of an off pick, but it is
Normally the
great
team-
amount of
Yeah, if you see
drone
teams playing Mozzie, they'll also bring a mute as well. The renowned combo of mute
5
Mozzie
seconds left.
information denial game. Very
Yeah.
strong. Very not very nice if you're on attack trying to deal with no drones, very little info. Oftentimes leads to teams just face checking.
You're pretty much from the get-go down to 7 drones.
Oh yeah. Charlie this time, instead of being the first pick, he answers back with a spawn peek onto the Cali. That could
On top of that desk, in here,
ouch.
looking out the window.
That
Storm
could
doesn't
hurt.
really like it, though.
Could hurt Vesper's chances. No lances were able to be used, but deletion. I'd say that's a positive trade for Xenon. Really, the loss of goo mines does hurt in terms of information, but the loss of those lances could really hurt. However, Vesper again does frag back onto Charlie, who gets a bit too aggressive on the window. Tries to get a frag for his teammate, but ends up being a frag himself for Storm. Other than that, things are fairly chill right now. Not much pressure being enacted on. Stripey's prepping for a nade. Trying to get rid of the stuff on the wall, but Swifties thought of that already. Think he might nitro selling Stripey.
Ooh.
Stripey almost killed himself with his own grenade. Almost like Yana last round, which is very unfortunate. Some missed C4s coming out from Swifty. He almost died in the process trying to kill Stripey. Misses his shots completely on the other player in reading. It's now down to a 2v4. Things don't look good for Xenon, even though they got the opening pick. However, Sad is looking a bit stuck in A. Thrown by the desk. But not anymore, it's like he answers back. And now Smoke is caught in a crossfire. He does trade,
To trade?
but ultimately that's not enough. Swifty on the drone there, making sure Stripey can secure the kill. Good teamwork coming out from Vesper. They weren't let down, even though they lost to Kali early on, proving not to be that much of a setback. If Stripey had killed himself with his own nade there, things probably would have turned out much for the worse.
Yeah, definitely.
If he hadn't hurt himself with a grenade, then Smoke probably, I'd say, wouldn't have traded. He would have just straight up died. Seeing as Smoke already was quite low. This time, Xenon is choosing to go to top floor, good sight, bar cocktail, Smoke Valkyrie.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Some interesting battle cam placements coming out. Normal Maestro cams, opening up the desks. Typical stuff generally. You don't want to open up all of the desk, because then it's too open and you can't really play around it. You want to open up just enough of the desk so you can see the common plants, whilst not exposing yourself too much.
Yeah.
Because being able to walk out of freezer and play around
10
the
seconds
bar,
left
as
before
thick and
insertion.
dense as it is, it's very influential for some clutch
5
players.
seconds left before insertion.
Because you can't successfully crouch around the desk, and nobody will see you,
Attackers
apart from those who are, of course, on the skylight.
New camera feed up and running.
Some outside Valkyrie cameras coming out from Swifty. We'll have to see if those are effective at all. Maybe planning for some jump outs. Again, no pixel shield. We'll have to see how this team deals with it. Interesting to see. I think the Valkyrie last time jumped out of a train. What was that last match? I think it was probably last match actually. Yeah, it was. But then we'll have to see how aggressive Zanon is using these Valkyrie cameras. Jaeger, however, is choosing to play with no ADS, no shield, just himself, some barbed wire, and some reinforcements. I don't
Attackers have
think he
located
got
a
droned
bomb.
out, but he chose to shoot the drone, which is a good, not a bad play. Denying information is very important. He will come into the limelight in a minute, as the red wall gets opened up, and he surprisingly takes down Storm, who does not expect him to be there. Perhaps because of the drone missing him completely at piano. He can't stay there for long, however, as he is re-droned, they know where he is. He
A
does
bomb
have
has
some
been
cover from
located.
Mirror. Trying to kill people through bullet holes and have to be pre-fired by the thermite. He should be taken care of, as this is not a site you wanna contest forever. Some nice shots coming out from the Jackal. Almost dies to the Maestro. It's on its last bar of health, but he manages to secure the kill. This Jaeger is really in a sticky situation. He needs his team to assist him. If they do, Valkyrie getting a pick onto Joss, retrading the Jackal. Striper though, here's the drop. Waiting for the peek. Fake out knife from the Valkyrie. She somehow secures the kill by some whiffed shots of panic from Stripey. Sees the C4 and runs away. The Jaeger does get taken out after all the utility dumped into him. As expected, you really can't hold piano for that long. 15 seconds though. He has
15
delayed
seconds
quite a lot of
remaining.
time. They've still got the mirror in the washroom. Things do not look good for
10 seconds
Vesper.
remaining.
I think, especially it's a 1v3. He's just gonna wait this out, pad his stats a bit. But he won't even get to do that, as he gets peaked close range with smoke shotgun. That's not a gunfight you're gonna win. Close to medium range,
Exactly.
which is where that shotgun really shines. The new Sniper 90. After a successful bar hold, Zanon is now opting to go downstairs to the kitchen, swapping out the Vigil for a Pulse, potentially to contest any vertical players. No Valkyrie this time. Not sure exactly how effective those Valkyrie cams were, but Valkyrie herself did get a pick onto the Jackal, and then onto Stripey. Oh, a sick pick again, from the Pulse back onto the Vigil. Potentially going to see him roaming either top floor with the hatch open, or in reading, which is a common spot for roamers, really to rotate through.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Smoke, mute, typical stuff. Cade, I wonder if he'll do the same
Attackers
Cade
have
stuff,
located a bomb.
or where he'll attempt to go for the triple.
Bomb located by attackers.
Charlie looks like he's on drone duty, just trying to deny any pre-round information.
What? What? I'm so confused.
He
10 seconds
says
left.
spectator.
5 seconds to go.
Huh?
It looks
Attackers are
exactly
heading
like
out
you'd
to defuse the
expect
bomb.
barbed wire to look. I don't know what the fuss is all about. Here we are, we enter 10 seconds into the action phase. Team's getting ready.
I'm
Still some setup coming out from the smoke. I think he's prepping to hold in prep again.
confused. Like a ball of rubber bands. No, it doesn't.
He can't.
Looks like barbed wire.
That probably because of his detail settings, but wire does get quite ugly if you play on low detail. But still, some drone work coming out from the Thermite, as you'd expect. Hard support. It's not his job to frag, it's his job to drone the other fraggers in, like Stripey. Though they might find some conflict soon, as Vigil, bottom of white stairs, might not be droned out. Could get a free pick on the Hibana. And he almost does, but however, Stripey knew Vigil. He tried to flash out the Vigil. Takes about half his health. Vigil runs off unscathed. Back to reading, like I said. Common spot for Romas. Hiding behind this bookcase. Using his gadget. It could work to his deficit though. Vesper does have an IQ. They can track the Vigil if they choose to. They're trying to pincer him right now. Buck coming down from the top floor.
Is that a copper burnt horizon job?
Vigil, however, does find another pick onto the Sophia. Could be quite a huge pick. Lots of utility wasted. Impact, stuns. Buck looks for a refrag. Isn't rewarded with any.
Drone activated.
Decides to drone him out again. Vigil still checking for the vertical holes. Here's the drone, gets on his gadget, destroys the drone. Buck has no idea where this Vigil is playing. All he knows is the vague area, due to the Vigil interference static. Refires the box, sees Vigil, misses the flick, manages to get the kill anyway. Reflex. Stripey compounds that with another kill onto the Jaeger, playing in code check. Stripey now trying to open a wall, but it is mute jammed, so he can't detonate its Kairos. Waiting for the IQ to get rid of the mute jammers. And now the wall is being opened up behind Cade. Cade might not know. Doesn't look like he knows, but anyway, manages to get the kill on the Stripey. He thought Cade would play static. He doesn't.
15
Gets traded.
seconds remaining.
2v3, 10 seconds.
10 seconds to go.
Gotta get a plant down. Buck still above, trying to provide vertical cover.
5 seconds to go.
Plant's going down. Alex
Attackers are activating the
tries to
diffuser.
stop the plant, but gets cut off by Josh. He's holding the angle. It's now all up to smoke with no smoke canisters. Just a shotgun, gets to one.
Protect the diffuser. Position compromised.
Gets two. Goes for the defuse. But Buck can't find the angle.
Bomb
He doesn't have an angle.
disabled by
He doesn't know he's
defenders.
defusing. And Smoke clutches
Bomb
it.
defusing attempt failed. Defenders
What a
win.
beautiful play from Smoke. And what a misplay from Buck. Where was the communication there? Buck,
Very confused.
you would have thought Buck was covering. I swear you can get an angle onto the bomb. But with the new change, you can't see through the bomb chassis, so he might not have been able to get an angle. They never opened the hatch, so Buck was kind of stuck upstairs. In which case, I'm not sure why he was trying to hold upstairs, hold an angle from upstairs, if he knew he couldn't get an angle if he went to defuse. Even so, beautiful play from Smoke. Would have been less likely to win that if the members from Vesper had attempted to crossfire. However, they did not. He was able to take single one-on-ones with the shotgun in close range. Very good. Very strong. And then the last one-on-one. Smoke clutches it out. Gets the defuse off. Rolls on and clutch
Attackers need
around
to
that really
locate and
should have gone
defuse
to
as many
Vesper.
bombs as they can.
Round 7. Alexa now bringing a Goyo for their reading room defense. We'll have to see what they plan to use this for. Maybe for a pixel hold. That's what you can see teams using it for.
Reinforcing hatch.
Well, if you see last time, the round before, the members of VSPR did make quite good use of the hatch once it flushed out the top floor. And so,
5
I
seconds
probably
to
want to
insertion.
counteract that by saying, you know what, we're still gonna try and hold top floor, but we're gonna
Attackers'
rotate down
objective is
wide
to
instead of
locate a
dropping the
bomb
hatch, which might be a sensible decision, guessing how much VSPR relied upon the hatch. But it could also end up hurting them because they could get pincered from both white hallway and bar, and they have no hatch. We'll have to see. I'm interested to see where these fire shields are placed though. There's one in reading, near the default plan, and there's one in the hallway, like I said, yeah. Denying any potential pushes down white hallway. Interesting setup you got here from the Maestro, choosing to play rather aggressively. Vigil, down in the bakery, gets
Vigil.
taken out. Very early on in the round by Buck. Stripey does not get the opening pick this time. Jaeger might get caught off guard. He's standing in cigar on cams, very exposed. But I don't think he's been droned yet. Although it looks like Ash is trying to, excuse me, apply some pressure.
Bomb located by attackers.
Cigar. Jaeger has fallen off cigar. Smart move. You don't really want to hang around in cigar for that long. It's not the best place to hold, especially with no critical shield. Some missed shots. However, Strappy almost does kill Goyo. Or less missed shots from the Goyo. Goyo is now trapped. With the house closed and Ash watching 90, he's trapped upstairs unless he can get to the balcony. Because there's no way in hell he's getting down red stairs. Or white stairs even. RX does answer back onto Stripey. It's a bit better. But Goyle gets caught in a nasty crossfire between Ash and Jackal. And dies expectantly. And now, RX, minute to go. They have the whole of the top floor to execute upon. Ash almost gets taken out by a pump from the shotgun. Not quite sure how Smoke survived that. Flashbang and Ash. As I say that, he gets taken out by the felon thrown in Fireplace. They are now choosing to ignore Reading Room and are planting in Fireplace. And Maestro gets trapped, can't do anything, no angled grip. He's taken out by the Jackal, who does have angled grip. Not that it mattered, because he was already pre-aiming. Seems to be a real back and forth matchup between these two teams. With Vesper choosing to go top floor as the first defensive site, unlike Reading Room, that was Xenon's. A Gridlock, however, coming out from a Royal Xenon on attack, and a Blackbeard. An uncommon lineup, don't see that much, especially more or less the Gridlock, but they are being sick picked onto the Twitch. You do see it a lot more since the introduction of Ace to competitive play. Teams will just oftentimes just bring the Ace.
Yeah.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
He's kind of a jack of all trades, really. Great gun, great gadget, smokes. It's not a lot more you can ask for from an operator, and he's 2-speed.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Stripey setting up the typical holes you want in the bar. Shooting the desk, shooting open spots for the default plan.
Stop watering your grenades now.
ADS below the skylight, potentially for any flashbangs or
10
ADS
seconds
burn.
to go. 5 seconds remaining. Attackers are moving to the bomb.
Vesper themselves are elected to use a mirror strat as well, this time with a Cade. Is this a trend we're starting to see where teams edging off a pixel shield?
I'm not sure. Should is still there.
Ah,
No
my
one's
bad.
playing.
We didn't see that. Doesn't seem to be any ADS around it though. Hmm. Jaeger seems quite intent on white.
Swapping mags!
Denies more intel for the attack. Could be quite damaging to lose a drone. Both Cade and Stroby getting really aggressive on the skylight.
Ho ho ho!
Although Stripey is rewarded by his excessive aggression and peeking by getting a kill onto the Blackbeard, no less. You would have thought face shield? Nah, more like a paper shield. Giga trying to get a dirty angle from Pixel. The mirror has been droned out though by Swifty. Don't think they know. Oh, a nice shot by the Jaeger. Takes out Ash as he fires a breaching charge. The shield is gone on Pixel. He's now fallen off. Ace attempts to cut off the Jaeger by rappelling on the white window, but the Jaeger is wise to this. Some missed shots coming out from the Ace,
Changing mags.
and he decides it's not worth it and he falls off. Double impact coming for the Sphere. Doesn't choose to contest it. Instead, there's a crossfire from the Jaeger
Attackers have located a bomb.
to halt the approach of the mirror, approach of the Sophia. And mirror is saved. Does Ace know? I don't think Ace knows about the mirror. Must do now. This mirror could get a double kill. Really doesn't look like his
Attackers
team
dropped
knows.
the diffuser.
And there's one. Can she get a second? They know now. Yes, she can. Just like I said. Mirror prone in the corner, gets a double kill. And a trade coming out from RX on the Storm. And Vesper takes the round. The scoreline now equalized. There's a chance for Vesper to take the lead. Especially on a defender side of the map like Cafe. It's really important you win your defensive rounds. A sick pick coming out from the Jackal to a fuse. Could be interesting.
I saw Shanka come up there for a second.
Oh yeah, that would have been interesting. I wonder how they'll decide to hold the reading room this time. I don't think reinforcing the hatch was the play, especially when it left members of RX pinned upstairs
Attackers need
in
to
a deadly
locate and
crossfire
defuse as many
between
bombs as
Ash
they
and
can.
Sophia, Ash and Jackal, even.
Yeah, we'll have to see how Vesper plays it though. Hopefully it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
I assume the plan is, once they have top floor control, if they manage to take it, which they probably will, they'll then just send down a rain of fuse pucks onto a reading room. Some teams who do try to plant in reading room. Not reading room, sorry, I mean fireplace. By way of
5 seconds
opening
left
cigar
before
hatch
insertion.
and then opening the fireplace wall.
Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
Set up by Vesper doesn't look especially viable. Neither does reading, because vertical holes above the doorway stop any rush plan. Valkyrie however is hiding in bakery. Maybe prepping for a C4. They have elected to open the hatch on the top floor. Some interpretation. Jaeger getting aggressive
Bomb
downstairs.
located by attackers.
Shots fired. The Ash on the fireplace repel, taking a few pot shots.
Reloading!
rewarded for that when she takes away the Valkyrie.
Oh, that's what it.
Nice shot from the Valkyrie. Not Valkyrie, sorry, from the Ash. She then feels it's safe enough to repel into Cigar. Start taking top floor. The Legion feels too challenged and decides to fall off. That is an interesting strategy from the It does work. I mean, the Legion obviously felt too intimidated by this to even let it happen. Fall off preemptively. Probably a good thing. As fuse pucks are nothing to mess with. They will kill you. Stripey almost taking a bit of damage from that, but he backs off. Legion, however, although he might have preemptively backed off, feels confident enough to try and challenge this again. However, Sphere gets another frag onto the castle, putting this in a, I was going to say 5v2, but the Legion, however, takes the stairs, as well as the Jaeger, who gets a diffuser down, which is huge. We're now on a 3v2, 35 seconds left. Gotta find the Legion. Swifty does find the
Attackers
Jaeger.
recovered the bomb diffuser.
It's now just left the Legion upstairs. Hasn't rotated down from his flank. And the teams can try and go for a plant. Legion does have a lot of vertical holes here he can use.
Attackers are activating the bomb
clear,
diffuser.
which I don't think he's gonna go for. I think he's gonna straight up have to go for a challenge down white or drop the hatch. I really wouldn't be getting this aggressive though. Sledge almost got his head taken off, with some whiff shots all around. Some more whiff shots going around. Storm gets the better shot.
Defenders
and
have located the diffuser.
downs the Sledge. However, time is not on the Legion's side. 10 seconds on the clock. And they decided to just throw themselves at him.
A little bit confusing on the Legion's play there.
No, yeah, I understand. He flanked him, he got a kill, and then he got static around Cigar Shop, and then, obviously, well, Xenon decided time's getting low. We killed Jaeger. We've got to execute onto site. Sorry, my voice is, starting to go a bit. So, I'm just gonna have to get a drink. Some interesting strats coming out from Royal Xenon. I say I like to bring the fuse once more for a kitchen defense, probably predicting Vesper to go kitchen. I mean, fuse is in a very strong state right now. 4 pucks, or 4 cluster charges. Can catch you
Defenders,
off guard.
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Interesting to see though how Vesper will use a battery strategy.
Attackers have
Use an
located
alibi.
a bomb.
Loading mag. Stay clear of ADS line of fire.
It seems like maybe setting him up upstairs for a possible roam by the alibi.
Reinforce the wall. Laser wire is deployed.
They have chosen not to bring a smoke, unlike Royal Xenon, who had a 1v3
10
clutch
seconds left.
smoke in the kitchen.
Deploying jammer.
5 seconds
The
remaining.
alibi is having some friendly altercations with a drone.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Bit of a waste of time there. Not sure if that was an effective use of a prep phase. 3 fires coming in from, I think, the Ash onto the white window, hoping to catch somebody on a late rotation from setup. Jaeger noticing this,
That was almost timing. Oh my god.
could have got himself a pick there, but timing just was not on his side. Alibi gets the better of the Ash, who decides to hot drop for some reason and doesn't work out. Alibi only loses about a quarter of her HP, which is a more than worthwhile trade for an entire Ash operator. lot of utility lost already.
Reloading.
Flashbangs, drones,
Swapping mags.
and breaching charges. Stuff like castle barricades. They'll have to rely more on the sledge and Sophia for this. Sophia down by minibar, not minibar, by the main VIP bar area. Trying to hold the brown stairs, but does not know this. Driver flanking up red stairs behind him on the castle.
Cluster charge going
Interesting
up.
to see him put on the castle. We'll have to see if his play makes any work. A lot of damage done to the Jaeger and a bit more done to the alibi as she, as I said, as she dies by the Sophia. So her flank push off,
Attackers
she
drop
worked
the
out.
diffuser.
However, that is immediately traded back by Stripey on his flank. As I think he drops the diffuser and rotates back down.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Dude then decides probably best idea to reinforce the rotation into bakery and just hunker down inside. It is a 2v4. That is a viable strat. They can just force numbers. Coming down to the final 50 seconds now of the round. Sophia's starting to look more and more panicked as they look for potential lurkers. They don't have any hard breaches unless... Yes, I think he does have a hard breach charge, but he gets caught off guard by the remaining lurker in the name of Josh. And so, Alibi, sorry. Sophia has no way of getting onto site and is then swiftly dispatched by the Jaeger again.
Well held roll by Josh there. Sound fucked. I heard him go up for the sound. Oh, oof.
Is that a rehost for a sound bug?
Don't think so. You completely blocked my Hellboy's body from me. Oh god.
Client side bodies being an issue. It's a 6 pick though, for an Ash onto an Ace. I mean, decent. Ace is a solid pick for any team lineup. Especially, just he does so much with so little.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Bar cocktail again.
They were successful on defense last time. Can they win it out again? Mirror got a
Attackers have located the
surprising
bomb.
prone double kill
Worrying about grenades.
without using the mirror.
That was a very interesting situation to see.
Yeah, because when it comes down to it, you don't have any drones. Would have been an easy kill for the Ace if he just had the information. Especially during the smoke.
10
But
seconds
then-
to go.
They didn't, and Mirror was able to capitalize on that. And,
5 seconds left.
yeah.
Attackers are
Shield
heading
again.
out to defuse a bomb.
No ADS. Suppose Jaeger
Attackers
can
drop
just
the bomb
now aim the
diffuser.
Ash like he did last time. However, there is no Ash.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
They're going for a few blue fires. It's not rewarded. Propels up to the roof.
Yes.
Jaeger is now setting up ADS.
Time for some home
But
improvement.
pixel shield. A bit late into the round. 30 seconds in. Still setup being done. Valkyrie again, running on the bottom floor. This time by the brown stairs bar area. Stripey here is moving on the roof and gets hungry. He's droned out though, so he'll have to fall off. Won't get rewarded this time. Don't know if he should be getting this aggressive on a smoke. Especially with all of his gas canisters have the potential to be used. It's also a neat Twitch drone that's watching for smoke. Does get taken out though. Twitch gets a bit too brazen with a drone. It gets spotted and swiftly dispatched by Stripey. Severe attempts to
Drone ready.
get rid of the ADS.
Exit time!
But there's another ADS, which was pinged, but she continued to shoot anyway. Both the mirror and the Jaeger holding steadfast. Jackal takes a big hump of damage, trying to challenge him about the not rewarded. Nomad just runs in. Does not get killed by the C4, does get killed when swung by the Jaeger and is reloading. He takes a bit of damage from the C4 from Valkyrie, but not enough to down or anything. She's left on about 25%.
Reloading.
Mirror can see is here, but possibly gonna go for a pre-fire in a few seconds. Yep. And both the Jaeger and the mirror swing, and the Sophia gets her head taken clean off. But the Jaeger gets edged up. Can't really do anything. Takes a bunch of damage from the ace, but not enough.
Smoke screen out.
Twitch does get a nice kill on the Storm. Finally opening up
15
something to
seconds
around.
remaining.
But Stripey downs Twitch and quickly
10
falls
seconds
off.
left.
Just left ace and a one. But he can't clutch it. And once again, Vesper take top floor. Their strats
Vesper
showing dominance
Pulling ahead now.
for the first time in this match.
They were
Vesper
sitting
have the lead.
behind a little bit in the whole game, but now they've actually managed to get a couple of rounds in a row. And now they're ahead.
This is bad news for RX. They don't want to slip too far behind.
Yeah, if RX don't want to go overtime, they have to win these next 3 rounds.
The IQ switch to the Jackal, kind of baiting out the Valkyrie right there, which then obviously gets counter-swapped onto the Mozzie. Another form of intel, the hacker drone, functions effectively the same way like a Valkyrie camera, apart from you can move it.
Yeah.
So
Defenders, protect your bombs
Vesper
from being
could
defused
potentially
by
have
attackers.
outmaneuvered RX there. As I said earlier, the classic mute Mozzie combo, information denial, makes it a nightmare for roam clearing and droning in general.
Especially
Bomb
with that
located
mute,
by attackers.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, dynamic duo. What about the whole 20-second meta? Spend so long clearing utility, clearing roamers, taking map control. You go to execute onto the site, barely any
10
time left.
seconds remaining.
Again, Storm playing on the visual. Another way of denying intel, more drone intel. Potential
Attackers
illegal
are heading
visual
out to
skin though.
defuse a bomb.
Oh my god. Rip Vigil?
And he is taken out, giving RX an advantage.
Sorted! Sure it is.
Razor wire is deployed.
And so RX are looking good for this round, right off the get-go, to get the opening pick, because Vigil is wearing an illegal skin. Interesting castle coming out. Castling Pixel right there, or White Holy Doorway. It's all about that information denial. And just time denial in general. Obviously electing not to bother with reading. Not reading, sorry, with Cigar. Giga getting aggressive on this Twitch. Lots of pre-fire coming out. They've got to be careful that they don't stall out on this attack. They can't hold angles for forever. They've got to push up, take control, and force the defenders back to side, so they can start opening up the vertical holes. Jaeger takes a bunch of damage on white stairs.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
And then the Thermite, crucial operator, gets C4'd by Stripey,
located
and
by
then followed up upon by Josh. Even with a man disadvantage, they seem to be doing very well. They have opened up from Freezer on the top white. Doesn't seem to matter though. Josh gets another kill, just running rampant upstairs. RX is in tatters right now. 1v4. Just a twitch. 1 minute left on the clock. This does not seem winnable. They've come back from a 1v3 before, but still, that was on defense. This does not seem winnable for RX. They might just use this round to talk about strats.
Yeah, they will have to push for overtime after this round. It's a bit.
Just goes to show the strength of Vesper. Even with a key player like Storm down, doesn't phase them. They perform even better with Storm down. All the members stepping up to fill Storm's shoes. And it's actually a flawless round if you count. If you don't count Storm being team killed.
That's true. That's true. Oh rip. Stripey was on 1 HP. Ouch.
Last unlucky. Gotta hit those headshots. You might have to deal with that. Yana pick coming out from RX, trying to spice things up a bit. They can't slick pick off both the Yana and the Gridlock, which they did. But they are slick picking again off the Gridlock onto a Gridlock. 200 IQ plays. Would
That
not
is
expect that.
1,000,000 IQ right now.
We'll have to see how this new strategy works out, because now they will have to push for overtime.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
Alright,
bombs as they
sorry.
can.
Vesper now has a comfortable lead after losing some questionable rounds, i.e. the smoke
Attackers have
1v3.
located a bomb.
Yeah, right now they can just chill because obviously they need to win a round, but they have a round.
They have a
of
buffer.
just calm before they seriously have to win the round.
Reservoir
Yeah.
going up.
Vesper is the first team to actually employ the use of bakery with a rotation.
That's
Cheeky
true.
drone being spotted out by Cade.
10 seconds remaining.
They're both reinforcing small bakery and have a
5
rotation
seconds remaining.
into the site. So then, as shown last time they played kitchen,
Attackers are
they
moving to
reinforced
defuse the
off the
bomb.
bakery hold late on the round, which is a smart play. It's just temporary holds like Pixel. You don't want to hold them for the entirety of the round. Just long enough to deny a substantial amount of time.
Drone is ready to go. Reloading.
Setup still going on. Doesn't matter because Jack was only just in the building, shooting open a hole above Fraser. Bring the Yana for nades. They want to nade off the Cade and the Mujammer. They didn't get the Cade though,
They did
but it
get
doesn't
the
matter.
huge hammer.
I'm surprised there's no ADS then. They are going for a rush plan.
That's what it seems to be. They've all rushed straight in a freezer.
This is totally taken Vesper by surprise. They are already going for a plan. Less than 2 minutes have gone.
Attackers
Stripey
are
has been
activating
downed, and now Cade goes down. However, Josh and Banshee answer back with 2 kills of their own.
on the diffuser. Attackers
However, Stripey is still down. He attempts to go for a defuse for some reason. He gets immediately taken down. It's now a 2v3. Stripey on low HP. Storman equally low, but a bit higher HP. This rush may have worked out. Stripey, however, is going for a defuse. But he's taken out. Stormate runs in. There's no time. Storm has to stick this defuse. He can't get off it. There's no time.
He lost.
And this rush from Rolzena actually works. 200 IQ, like I said. Vesper,
It's a very fast push.
yeah, I mean, Vesper were completely taken by surprise. They did not expect this rush, and they were not prepared for it.
Zedon are seriously pushing for this overtime.
They want this
They're
win.
craving
They-
the points. They need the points.
They do not want to go. They do not want to lose this game. I mean, rightly so. They want that lead back.
VSPR going back up to par though.
However, Vespa responds to this by bringing a clash, which is something we haven't seen yet. Stripey on the clash, maybe a potential 6-pick, and it will be Stripey 6-picking onto the smoke.
The Lions 6-picking out the Zofia to try and deny the clash. But the clash isn't there.
I mean, yeah, it's not that much of a loss though. I mean, Lion is a good operator. He's still very good. Sophia though
Defenders,
does bring a
protect
whole
your
lot more
bombs
to the
from being
table
defused by attackers.
Yeah,
in
he
terms
has
of utility
2 skills and 2 impact grenades. It's quite strong.
and great charges as well. With a good gun and the ability to withstand. So overall, very solid operator.
Yeah.
But Vespa did get the upper hand there though, baiting out the clash.
This could potentially be the last round. Or this could potentially be the last round before overtime.
Well, if you look at the Vespa's track record of top floor, they have held a very good top floor.
Yeah.
And
They
so-
haven't lost top floor yet.
10 seconds
They
to
played
go.
it twice. They have 100% success rate. And so,
5 seconds to go.
unless Roseanne really comes up, something to
Attackers'
how to
objective is
dismantle
to locate
Vespa's
a
hold,
bomb and
it
defuse
really
it.
does not look good for them. Instead of banditing the wall, they've now decided, you know what, we're just gonna Kate it. As well as Kating the mirror, like normal. Storm taking up his usual aggro position with Stripey onto the skyline. Jekyll though, doing some droning with his teammates. Josh is taken out. That is unfortunate.
Cover me! Reloading!
Caught out by the players rotating all over the place.
I mean, downstairs bakery is his favourite spot, and Roseanne obviously
They've
cottoned
all
onto that.
rushed up red. What is this?
I mean, they weren't winning top floor with their normal strats, so desperate times call for desperate measures. We'll just have to see if this works. They've still got to deal with the mirror and the pixel player. That is what's really been causing them problems. They can't shift the mirror. They might just not bother with it.
Located.
Stripey answers back though. Onto the Jackal. Doesn't get too
Traded
narrowly
out.
knitted. They might just, as I was saying, they might just completely ignore the mirror.
Swapping
Trying to get another great pick onto the Jaeger, and it looks, yeah, they have completely ignored Cigar. They've said, you know what, we can't deal with your mirror setup, we can't deal with the pixel play, so we're just gonna ignore it. We're not gonna push it. We're not gonna contest you. We know we can't win. And so the mirror has now been forced out of that position. He's almost dead. And he is dead. And Vespa
Located by
and
attackers.
Roseanne have won. What a brilliant execute from Xenon. They can adapt, they are changeable.
They have pushed it to overtime.
Yeah, what a match. Reminds me of G2, one of the most adaptable teams. They can adapt on the fly. Our strat's not working, we can't contest your mirror hold. You know what? We'll just completely ignore it. We'll say, you know what? Have Cigar. We don't need it. We'll just rush up red and flush out your aromas. And there we have it. However, in overtime, Vespa has chosen to go back to Bar Cocktail. This time with a Rook instead of a Clash. My bad. Vespa has not gone back to Bar. This is Xenon.
This is
Not
it's real
defense.
simple. Don't worry.
But the Rook gets 6-pick onto a Bandit. Probably for the red wall again. For the few seconds of denial that it gives.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
How many rounds is it for overtime?
5. But if you win 2 in a row, you win. Both teams fighting neck and neck for this win. They're both very hungry for it. And very desperate for this win. Arguably, rolls on more, since they've
10
had to come
seconds
back
insertion.
and force overtime. With some wild and wacky strats, which
5
have
seconds
worked
remaining.
very well both times. The rush and invented new way
Attackers
of
must
taking
locate and defuse a bomb.
Vesper's mirror strat.
Quite interesting seeing this mirror.
Rolls on being like, you know what? We actually like your mirror strat. However, we're just gonna put a double mirror there instead and cade it.
The only problem is with this window being right here, you can get an angle onto the mirror window and shoot the canister in its ago. So realistically, you want to castle off the stall there.
No, yeah. Both teams must be aware of this. So choosing to take the mirror anyway seems to be working well for them. However, last time Warzone brought the mirror, they failed to make any real use of it. They got
Bomb has
pre-fired by
been
striking.
located.
The bandit though taking a initial gunfight, losing a bit of HP, not dealing any back. Not taken out though, he's still kicking. Unlike the Valkyrie last round, who was dead by this point.
Flashbang.
Stay clear of the blast!
Ash choosing to Ash charge the bandits and gets punished because Electrify takes out the Ash charge. Not sure why she elected to Ash charge it. That was a massive misplay. As you said, the mirror is taken out by the Ash on the window. No goes.
Play?
Jaeger answers back onto the IQ. Who just got on the pick, running it back. Oh, some missed shots from the Jaeger. Stripey again showing his dominance by killing the Jaeger. However, he is traded back by the smoke in classic fashion. How Stripey killed Jack last round. Nomad making good use of the open mirror, getting a kill for the bandit. Thermite opening up for default plan. 40 seconds left on the clock. Still a lot of time to play for Vesper.
Bomb located by attackers.
Does Mirror know about the White Stairs player? Yes, he does. Missed shots though. Pays for it. Plant is now going down. Nomad has control of the mirrors, although they are open.
Activating the bomb diffuser.
Successful plant. We're now in the post plan.
Defenders are locating the diffuser.
Smoke has clutched this before. He fakes the plan, and they do it. They pull it off again. Smoke, this time with his friend Mirror, managed to come back and clutch it out in the
Defenders
post plan.
Disable the bomb diffuser.
Yet again, proving
Bomb
how they
diffuser attempt failed.
doesn't matter if you
Defenders
plant.
win.
Doesn't matter at all. Not if Smoke's still on the board. He will and can come back. Time and time again. RX once again have taken the lead.
This could be the last round. We don't know.
Alls to play for here. Vesper now on the back foot. After just gaining the lead. They've chosen to go for kitchen. They do have a good success rate on this, but after seeing how their top floor hold got successfully counted, they've gone, you know what, let's not risk it. Let's go down to the kitchen. Of course, they will this time hopefully be ready for a potential rush. But those kind of tricks only really work once.
Attackers
And
need
it
to
did
locate
work well.
and defuse bombs.
Very well, in fact. Vesper were not prepared. But this time, they will be wise to it.
Attackers have
And
discovered the location
There's
of a
no
bomb.
way Xanon gets away with the same thing again. And if they'd be fools to try it again. Typical hold for Vesper coming out in bakery. Casting off small bakery and opening up a rotation on the side.
10 seconds left before insertion.
I'm suspecting
5
that
seconds to
Xanon
insertion.
are gonna do the same rush again.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Kate is trying to do the triple wall trick this time. Let's see if he gets it, but he doesn't.
I think Ken just debating.
It is a very tight spot you have to go for to get all three. Actually, no, he can't have been because of the mid jammer on the wall. No, he must have. No, he must have just been trying to hide it better. Mozzie on the room in the laundry room. Not so much action going on. Zonin this time, or I like him to go for a complete top-down take of a bakery site. Josh on the room again, answers back, takes out the sledge, which is a huge pick this early on, when he's done no destruction and has completely wasted his nades. This could really impact Xenon. They still have the buck, which is good. If they lose the buck though, this could be stupidly damaging. And I called it as the buck is now taken out.
Immediately, yeah.
And Xenon now almost have no vertical play, apart from maybe the Jackal if he has the shotgun, and Saphir's impact. And so they really have to get some picks. They did finally find the Mozzie. But now the castle is rotated upstairs and almost kills the Thermite. This is really not looking good for Xenon. However, they do down the Jaeger. But do they know they've downed the Jaeger? I don't think they do. And he's now taken out. But another thing is, Xenon is all really low on HP. And Vesper is all full. They haven't taken a bit of damage apart from Storm, who's taken a tiny bit of damage. And so, they'll have to work a miracle for this one. That will make good use of that scanner right there. And then gets the kill onto Stripey. They can't do it. I mean, RX is the team that can. The team that clutches those things. These impossible rounds, but
15 seconds remaining.
they can only clutch so many times. Especially with all these castle barricades still in
10
play.
seconds left.
I really can't see them being able to clutch it.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers have
No.
dropped the bomb diffuser.
Double kill coming out from Stormfire.
There's only so many rounds you can just steal from Vesper. Storm's sacrificing his ADS to make sure he gets the round. Acceptable sacrifice.
Back
And
to
Xenon have
regular
once again lost the lead. RX is well opting to go for a kitchen. Maybe Sig picking onto a clash, we did see. Some preliminary clash play there. Interesting to see the Goyo there. Don't normally see a Goyo for a kitchen defense. But no, seems like no 6 picks are coming out from either team.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Of course, Royal Cannon is not the one for an expanded bakery hold. And so they just reinforce off all the walls they can. I mean, this tunnel strat bunker down can work,
10 seconds to insert.
but it's risky.
5 seconds
This
left
once
before insertion.
Vesper starts opening up vertical holes.
Attackers
then
are moving out to locate
your
a bomb
shield
and
and prep.
defuse it.
It's about as useless, I don't know, as a wet flannel.
Yeah, if you just open this floor right here, you can
Yeah.
just stay straight up on it.
I mean, technically you can answer back and deny the player doing it by winning the gunfight, but it really puts you on the back foot though. Vesper this time, giving a double hard bridge. This could be interesting. Planning to maybe open up red wall and the hatch, or freezer and the hatch. We'll have to see. Striper entering in through the main door.
He's in.
Right beside Cade. Cade doesn't know. And he gets quickly taken care of. Does not look good. For Royal Zenon. Striper again, getting the opening pick for his team. As entry. Goyo though, is playing up in the mining room. On the roam. Interesting to see where his shields are placed. Deny the default plan. Nice freezer. He takes some shots at the Hibana, but ultimately can't win the gunfight and is taken care of.
All three of the rails.
Bomb located by attackers.
Some serious drywall work coming up.
VSPR Esports chooses to go for a typical freezer hold, freezer push. Probably Jaeger answers back onto
The
Storm.
attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Charlie gets a really nice shot onto the thermite, equalizing the numbers. It's now a 3v3.
Attackers recovered the
Smoke could be about to get naded, and he does. Probably gets a nice nade, but gets traded back.
Where is
now
Banshee?
Propelling on top boy, a bit late in the round. The wall is open though, so there's not much need for Hibana pellets. She hasn't used any of them. Not sure why they brought Hibana. I can't understand how Mute didn't kill Hibana there. That could have been the round loss for the Jaeger.
Attackers are activating the bomb.
Can't quite get the angle. And now it's a post plan. No Charlie this time to make an amazing clutch like he's done round after round. And all Vespa has to do is fall back. Fall back and hold angles and play the clock. Which it looks like they are doing.
Looking in the complete wrong direction. That's unfortunate.
That misplay from Mew cost them the round. Because Hibana didn't see them at first. Checked it. Checked to see if they were watching. And then peeked. So in that time, would have been very easy for Mew to peek out.
Yeah.
As he's shown great prowess playing on the SES operators. Sadly, not this time.
So once again, Vesper's ahead.
But can they hold it?
Yeah, can they? All they need is win one more round, and they've got it.
Yeah.
However, RX.
RX
only
do
win
tease
two.
the gridlock. Well, if they sick pick, we'll have to see. Maybe Vesper is ready for the
Perhaps.
improvised
Defenders,
Top
protect
floor
your
hold
bombs from
or
being
top floor
defused by
attack.
attackers.
If influential players like Josh can't die in the first minute, especially like in Bakery for example, then Zenon's chances of winning go down
Bomb located by attackers.
by a margin, a fair margin.
You can stop worrying.
Even after Zenon's calculated destruction of Vesper's top floor hold, I still feel Vesper has the upper hand when it comes to this hold. As I feel Zenon got to overtime using like I don't know.
5 seconds.
I don't know the word for it, but strats that are surprise strats that only really tend to work if they catch you by surprise, which they did. But not anymore. Anyway, we'll have to see.
I reckon Vesper are going to play this really soon.
Striper though doesn't seem to know the word safe, as he sets up his typical aggressive cocktail hold. RXO do get the opening pick onto Storm, this time instead of Josh, and it's inside the first minute as well.
A bomb
This is
has
the
been
cave
located.
taken down.
Oh.
This could-
Oh.
However, Stripey says no, and hands back onto Charlie. An critical clutch player for the team. So it all hangs in the balance. However, again, RX really does not want to lose and trades back onto the Jaeger. It's constant back and forth trades from both teams. Josh on his roam doesn't get taken out soon. In fact, he takes out the IQ and then takes out Swifty. It's now at 2v3 on match point.
They have to win this 2v3 to have a chance.
Yeah,
Attackers have dropped the bomb. To
they've still got time,
Oh.
but Josh has really stepped up to the mark after this round. You know what? I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of dying early.
1 minute remains and Twib has to seriously pull something out of his hat.
This is looking less likely by the second. As long as Vesper don't get aggressive and they play their angles, they should have
No.
this.
Seriously.
However, safe is not a word that Vesper likes to abide by. As they clutch out the round, 10-8.
GG.
A very intense back and forth game. Both teams, excellent play, but Vesper ultimately had the upper hand. Striper dropping 21 kills.
Attention citizens. Please commence routine 1399. Proceed instantly to the center. Thank you.